Hi everyone, Night Diver 5 here, and in this video what I'm going to show is how Daniel 9:24 through 27 and Revelation 11:1 and 2 show the best timeline for the 7-year covenant. And I'm going to start off by explaining what's happening in Daniel 9:24 through 26. So what's happening here is an angel is telling Daniel that the Jews are under punishment for 490 years, but it's going to be in 7-year increments. The word there is Shabua, and you might see it as weeks in your Bible. Shabua just means a grouping of 7, like we might say a dozen is 12, but it doesn't have to be 7. We see weeks and we think it's 7 days. These are 7-year periods. So 7 times 70 is 490 years, but they will be under punishment. Okay, the 490 years begin with the rebuilding of Jerusalem, and that's in Nehemiah 2. There are 3 or 4 different commandments to rebuild the temple, but there's only one that includes the city. And then as the verse goes on, 7 periods go by, which is 49 years, and then 62 periods go by, which is 434 years. And then the Messiah will be cut off, which is Yeshua, Jesus, on the cross. So what happened here? We have 49 plus 434 is 483 years. And then Yeshua, Jesus, is crucified. Where are the other 7 years? That's only 483 years. So this is what's going on. Before Yeshua died, the world was under the law. And after Yeshua died and rose from the grave, the world came into the time of grace. So when the time of grace is over, the rapture will happen, and the world will come back under the law. So the Jews have to finish out their last 7-year period, and this is known as the time of Jacob's trouble. That's in Jeremiah 37, and Jacob is Israel, and that's in Genesis 32:28. This time is not for the church. Okay, so the 7-year period is detailed in Daniel 9:27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. Okay, now that covenant, I believe we're given the contents to in Revelation 11:1 and 2. To paraphrase those 2 verses, in the first verse, the Jews will get the right to build their temple. In the second verse, the Gentiles will get Jerusalem, but only for 42 months. Hold on to that 42, because that's the key. Okay, now remember, it's a 7-year covenant. 7 years times 12 months is 84 months. It's broken at the midpoint. The midpoint would be after 42 months. So the 42 months in Revelation 11:2 is to the day the first half of the last 7 years, right up to when the covenant is broken. So how close are we? We know this covenant in our media as the 2-state solution. And on July 30th of 2013, the Israelis and the Palestinians started negotiations after a 5-year break. They announced a 9-month commitment to a final solution of the 2-state solution, and I'll have a link to that story below. That 9 months puts them in April of 2014. On September 26, an article came out saying that Livni, the head of negotiations for Israel, had agreed to divide Jerusalem between Israel and a future state of Palestine. And on October 7th, 2013, Mahmoud Abbas, the president for the Palestinian Authority, said that everything was on track to complete this negotiation within the 9-month time frame. So on July 30th, they said, okay, we will do this in 9 months. How can they know that they will be able to do this in 9 months when this is the most contested land in the last 2,000 years? How can they say 9 months? And if they know they can do it in 9 months, why didn't they say 6 months? Or why not 12 months? It's just a very odd thing to say 9 months. Well, 9 months from when they said that, July 30th, lands in April of 2014. Well, that's a very interesting month, because if you follow the blood red moons, that lunar tetrad starts in April 2014 on Passover. So what I believe is happening here is the negotiation's been done. Whatever deal has been made has already been done, and they're not really negotiating right now. What they're going to do is use this 9 months to slowly leak out information to the people so that they're ready for whatever the negotiation already is. Which, like I just showed you, I believe we know from the Bible that the Jews will get the right to build their temple on the Temple Mount, and that the Palestinians will get a divided Jerusalem, and they'll get statehood and everything else. So now I'm going to speculate on the rapture. Let's say that they can stay on track to confirm this covenant in April 2014. If the Antichrist needs 4 months to organize, that puts the rapture back inside 2013, sometime between now and December. If he needs 5 months, then that's between now and November. If he needs 6 months, hey, the rapture is going to be this month. So that is not date setting. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just speculating if they stay on track. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching.